everyone. Welcome back to Hope and Coffee. Got my cup right here. And I think I mentioned the other day that I was drinking some Arabian Mocha Sinani. And so years and years ago when I worked at the very large coffee chain, and I'm talking years ago, like 2008, I picked up this mug when they used to actually sell the half pounds of Arabian Mocha Sinani, and this is one of my favorite mugs, so I love it. And again, Peet's Coffee is the only one that I can still find that actually sells Arabian Mocha Sinani, so I try to buy it, but it's okay. I will still use my mug whenever I can. But anyway, cheers. I hope everyone is doing incredibly well today. I am doing very well. I feel like for a Monday, it's not been so bad, although it was a little rainy and my hair has gotten both fluffy and all the curl fell out. So we will just forgive it for today and we will let it be fluffy and we will let it just do whatever it's going to do. I think you will probably see in most of my videos that it changes up all the time. The style is pretty much flipped here and there and down the middle and braided and what have you. So I do something different with it all the time. And I think next weekend I'm finally going to address this roots situation. I'm going to bleach it, tone it, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we will not have to have another hair episode about me possibly going through a whole process of having to color correct my misfortune. So anyway, if you made it this far in the video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And thank you so much for joining me today. And today we are going to talk about going to a wedding this fall. I know that is probably so common for like a lot of you who might be tuning in, but for me, it has been forever since I've actually been to a wedding. So I am super excited. And I just got informed pretty recently, and I am hunting for a dress to wear to this wedding. And I already know the rule: don't wear white or any shade of white. If the primary color of the dress is white or cream or anything close to it, don't wear it. So don't even worry. That is not my color palette I am looking for. I think I'm looking for probably like a foresty green, because her colors are these beautiful foresty jewel tones of like rich berry and foresty green and this really beautiful blue. And I would have to show you these pictures because they are gorgeous. So I think I'm going to try to go within that kind of color palette. It's a kind of woodsy. It's not rustic because it's still very refined. And I think I can find a beautiful dress. Now, in the past, when I had gone to a couple different formal events, I had picked up, now this post is not sponsored in any way, like not at all, so I just want to put that out there. But I had picked up a couple dresses on a website called JJ's House, and I don't know if anybody has ever used it, but I was really impressed with the dress quality that I got. The dresses that I picked up were like, I think, like $120 or less. And I think only one of them actually needed to be tailored a little bit, but it was really minimal because I had measured myself incorrectly, and that was my fault. So I don't blame them because they sent me the size that I requested. So I just know that this time when I order a dress, I need to make sure my measurements are correct, because they will, you can either order like small, medium, or large, or you can get like a custom size, or not like a small, medium, large, but like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or like what have you, like, 4, 6, 8, and on. So what I'll probably do is I'll measure myself, and then I'll go into their sizing chart and I'll try to get the size that's closest, but maybe like one up. So if it's riding between a 4 and a 6, then I'll probably grab the 6 because I'd rather it be just a little bit like wiggle room rather than a little too small. So that's probably going to be my goal. I think I have some shoes, but I don't know yet because I need to buy the dress. But the one that I'm looking for kind of has this beautiful draping, and it's not cocktail length, but it's calf length, but it's kind of a-line, like asymmetrical on the bottom. But I think it's going to be really pretty. And I'm very excited, but I have to drive up to Michigan. And I've never been to Michigan in November, even though I used to live in Chicago. I know what Chicago's like in November, and it's usually cold and icy and quite frigid, but I think it's going to be okay. So from where I am in Huntsville, up there, it's like 11 hours, so I'll probably drive like halfway like the night before and then like drive the rest of the way like day of or something like that. And she's asked me if I would assist her with her hair and makeup, and so I definitely will be more than happy to assist her. I have actually helped several of my friends in the past with their hair and makeup for their wedding, and usually it's something fairly simple, so please don't get any ideas that I'm like this super amazing like hair and makeup artist. I'm certainly not. I am pretty much self-taught and self-trained with most respects to that. I think in my hair episode I did talk about how I worked in a hair salon, so I have some very basic preliminary knowledge on some color theory, but when it comes to hair design for weddings and things like that, most of that knowledge is trial and error and just let my friends letting me play with their hair and letting me kind of practice with their hair and showing me pictures and me having like a spatial awareness of what needs to happen, but also YouTube. YouTube is incredible. Like if a person is able to send me a picture of what they're looking for, then I'm usually able to go on to like YouTube or what have you ahead of time, kind of get an idea of the supplies I might need, and that way I can usually do a pretty good job of recreating what they're looking for. So happily, I've never had anyone who has seemed to be disappointed. And so I'm hoping that like when I get to this location and I get there and I hope she's happy because we're going to do a trial run a few days ahead of time and make sure, and we may even do 2 trial runs just to make sure that everything's looking good, especially with her makeup, because she's kind of she wants it classic with some bold touches. She wants it like, it's not glam, but there are some elements of glam. And so it's subtle glam, I guess you could say. So I have an idea in my mind. I'm about to start like sending her a couple Pinterest pins to make sure I have the right idea in my head before I start thinking about some products, and before I start sending her a list of ideas that she might need to think about product-wise as well to pick up, and we will go from there. But I'm super very excited because again, I don't feel like I get to do like even go to weddings. I just don't know people that are getting married. Like at my particular age, most of the people who I know have been married for years. So like I don't know, like people might like in my particular like level of life are either getting married or divorced at this point. So I'm just super excited. I can't wait to see her in her dress. I can't wait to share in her joy and experience. I know she is so deserving of this time, and I think it's going to be amazing and fun and beautiful, and I think it's going to be absolutely lovely. So cheers to her and all good wishes. But maybe I will show you all the dress that I pick as it gets closer. I told myself that I'm not buying the dress until September. That still gives me plenty of time because the dresses actually show up pretty quickly. So within about 2.5 weeks. And so that still gives me plenty of time to not only get the dress, but if I need to tailor it, but because it's got some draping, I think it's going to be totally fine. And I'm very excited. But anyway, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all on the next page. Have a great one.